Welcome back, everybody. I am the Jimmer. This is the Propane 1 million RP King of the Hill Championship. It's going to be episode 14, featuring the Speedy Weenies Revenge by myself, the Jimmer. That's going to be taking on our second place king, the Truth of Christmas by Zionics. The Truth of Christmas, as you can see here, is a dual submission. Includes a fortress with a very powerful advanced custom cannon, as well as a pretty significant missile barrage, and then also a thruster craft here, the fake Santa, that has missiles and advanced custom cannons and a powerful laser anti-missile system, and is very agile, not super fast, but fairly agile, able to dodge a lot of the fire that comes its way. And with that said, let's go ahead and get this sped up and get the battle underway. Looks like the fake Santa is going to charge out to meet the Speedy Weenies Revenge. Speedy Weenies Revenge getting some big hits on the Truth of Christmas there. You can see chunks of wood and blocks just flying off and floating in the water. See some missiles coming in. Looks like these missiles are locking in on the Speedy Weenies Revenge. We saw in its last battle that those missiles were able to get it fairly low a few times. Looked like it was in a lot of trouble. But let's get an initial damage report. Speedy Weenies Revenge 100%. Truth of Christmas all the way down to 86%. Fake Santa doing just fine at 100%. Let's go and see if we can see what damage has happened to the Truth of Christmas, the fortress over here. I don't think this actually has any shielding. I could be wrong. I don't believe it normally has shielding. I think it just kind of uses the blocks to sort of intercept shells, long enough to get its own damage in. And doesn't, despite the hits it's taken, it seems to be doing just fine right now. See the guns as well as the missiles firing away. We've got another missile salvo coming in from the fake Santa. Looks like it's also running that, getting very close. Looks like it's running the TPG, aiming for the intercept point out in front of its target. And as we saw in the last battle, looks like the Speedy Weenies Revenge is a little bit vulnerable to that type of attack, with all of its flares launching from the back here. If the missiles, it seems like if the missiles are coming in from the front, they're able to connect and not be distracted by the flares. But so far, that missile damage hasn't been enough to put a damper on the Speedy Weenies Revenge. Oh, huge explosion over here. This could be the end of the Truth of Christmas. No, maybe just an ammo store. I still see it firing. Oh, and another huge shot there. Looks like either another ammo store or that advanced custom cannon is going up. And just a chain reaction of explosions inside the Truth of Christmas here. Amazingly, still firing. Let's get a damage report. Truth of Christmas all the way down to 49%. Still putting up a fight. Speedy Weenies Revenge taking some damage down to 98. Fake Santa still at 100%. It appears the Speedy Weenies Revenge has switched targets and is now firing at the fake Santa. We can see those shots coming in. Look like a shot landed and took out some shielding there. Looks like the majority of these shells are just missing, sort of dancing around the outside of the fake Santa. Every once in a while we see a shell land. It looks like the Truth of Christmas turret has stopped. I'm not sure if it's either out of ammo or it's possibly AI dead. Let's get a damage report. Fake Santa down to 97. Speedy Greenies Revenge hanging on at 98. And Truth of Christmas, the AI is still up. It is at 48%. The shots coming from the fake Santa appear to have slowed. It seemed like it was doing pretty good damage with those missiles, and I have not seen a missile attack in quite some time. Let's get another damage report. It's still hanging out right around 98-99%, a little bit ahead of the Speedy Weenie's Revenge actually, but I'm just not really seeing a whole lot of damage come in. Unfortunately, it looks like these AA guns are just kind of always missing. I think I made a mistake when I was building that turret. I usually put only one weapon per turret, but I was kind of experimenting with putting everything on one turret. And I think what's happening is the turret's lining up the shot for the big cannon that went on first, the 250 millimeter. And when it fires at that same angle for the smaller cannons are shooting off just a little bit ahead as they travel a little faster. So that's gonna be a problem if the Speedy Weenie's Revenge faces some high-speed aircraft in the future. See a couple good connections there. Those 250 millimeter shells pack quite a punch when they land. See a missile salvo coming in, and I didn't notice this before, but it looks like the is there a laser designator possibly? Or just with the latest patch, probably making it a little easier for infrared missiles to find their target, which is good. The flare spam has been overpowered for a while now, and as much as missile spam has been a problem in the past, I think the flare's been a little too overpowered and just made missiles pretty much useless. Glad to see they once again will be a little bit more effective at least. And we see the fake Santa dropping out of the sky. We'll certainly be going down here quickly. If no other reason, then yeah, we can see these torpedoes being launched. And yeah, finishing off that fake Santa. Huge explosion. And that's going to be it for the first round. Let's make sure that the it actually looks like the yeah, we have the Truth of Christmas still going strong out there at 42%. So we will at least hold on and let this get either too damaged or AI dead. It shouldn't take too much longer. See, those shells are actually landing. I suppose it helps that this is a stationary target. But those shots are coming in from 2.5 kilometers away. I mean, that sort of range was previously only possible with the lasers, but these advanced custom cannons are really cool. I like what they've done for the game. Kind of just change things up a whole lot. Yeah, you can see these the smaller, I think they're like some 70mm cannons, just all firing off here as they're using the aiming calculation for the big gun. I really wish I could change that, but unfortunately the blue banner has already been submitted, so well, that weakness will just have to stay in there until until I'm able to replace this craft, possibly in the future or something like that. If we can even make it through the championship, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to take out the Omega Nightmare. Let's get this battle reset and get round number 2 underway. Maybe make a note about counting your chickens before they've hatched, but I'm feeling pretty confident after that last battle. And this time the Truth of Christmas will get the benefit of the first spawn. Alright, and we'll get this sped up and get this battle underway. See the fake Santa going up and away this time, being a little bit more conservative in his approach for this battle. See the cannon fire being exchanged between the Truth of Christmas and the Speedy Weenie's Revenge. Yeah, I don't believe, it does not look like there's any shielding at all here on the Truth of Christmas. I think just a couple shield projectors, even with level 1 or 2 shields, would do a whole lot for the survivability. I know the shells on the Speedy Weenie's Revenge are equipped with an inertial timer, so if they hit a deflection shield, even if it doesn't take them that far off track, they will detonate, and that could keep the shells, exploding out at a distance where their damage isn't that substantial. And we saw these missile strikes were effective in the last fight. Let's see if they're able to intercept the Speedy Weenus this time. Oh, we see some EMP landing. Oh, a whole lot of EMP landing there. At least 7 or 8 missiles. We'll have to see if that EMP snake is able to make its way inside and damage some of the vulnerable components. So far, the Speedy Weenus appears unaffected. Let's get a damage report. Truth of Christmas looking pretty shaky, down at 75%. Fake Santa just fine, 100%. And Speedy Weenie's Revenge at 99%. Oh, and it looks like the Truth of Christmas has been completely destroyed here. Saw the turret drop and continue to see shells explode around it. Looks like the fake Santa and Speedy Venus are now going head to head. Fake Santa getting a little too close. I think it was doing better when it was keeping at range and attacking with that missile strike. Oh, that's what I was seeing. It looks like it has designators on the advanced custom cannon. I thought that was a laser from the distance. It sort of looked like the laser designator for the missiles. Oh, I have the interface on this whole time. Why don't you guys tell me? Missile strike coming in, and it looks like only one of those missiles connected. Looks like one of the advanced custom cannons is possibly damaged. Oh no, there it goes. It's firing now. But it wasn't firing there for a good while. Maybe just outside of its designated arc of fire. So the fake Santa still has its Christmas tree going. So that's going to really help it out. We know that that's its source of magical power, is that top-mounted Christmas tree there. As long as that Christmas tree is going, the magic of Christmas is still with us. See both sides here exchanging cannon shells. Let's get another damage report. Fake Santa just under the Speedy Venus. Fake Santa 96, Speedy Venus 97. So still anybody's battle at this point. Oh, another couple rounds. And it appears that the fake Santa is having some altitude trouble, unable to control its altitude, dropping down into the water. And with that, we should see the torpedo launch coming from the Speedy Venus Revenge. And there we see the torpedoes dropping in there. And really packing quite a punch into the B zone. Looks like the fake Santa is still functional, but it needs to get out of the water here. Without that movement speed, it's more vulnerable to the cannon shots, as well as being vulnerable to torpedo strikes. But I don't think it's going to be able to recover. I think this is going to be the end right here. And that's it. The Speedy Venus has defeated the Truth of Christmas and Fake Santa by Xionyx, and we'll move on to face the Omega Nightmare by Scarlet Devil in our championship battle. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. It was certainly exciting for me, and if you want to see what happens, go ahead and click on that next video.